G'day and welcome to another episode of Noobs Off-Road, a four-wheel driving show where we show you the fucking basics in four-wheel driving hints and tips. So we're just at the entrance to the Southgate Sand Dunes area where me and Steve-O were going to let our tyres down and make our way onto the beach. It's quite boggy at the start, so we want to let the tyres down right here. So yeah, we're going to get into it, get into the show, so you guys sit back, relax, crack a can if it's before lunch, and remember, it's all about the fun, fuckers.
The snow glows white on the mountain tonight, not a footprint to be seen. Kingdom of isolation, and it looks like I am the queen. The wind is howling like this swirling storm inside. Couldn't keep it in, heaven knows I've tried. Don't let them in, don't let them see. Be the good girl you always have to be. Conceal, don't feel, don't let them know. Well, now they...
Those of you venturing onto the beach for the first time, or as a first time driver on the beach, you're going to want to let your tyres down. Now, different tyre shapes, sizes, vehicle sizes, weights, it's all going to be a different tyre pressure for a different vehicle. Now, let's just work on averages. I'll take mine down anywhere between 15 and 18. If you work on those figures, you're going to be okay. And we're talking PSI. So if you check out your tyre gauge, you'll see the numbers there. And yeah, 15 to 18 will keep you out of trouble. We might go into that further on the beach. When you get bogs, you can let your pressures down a little bit lower to help you get out if you're really stuck. But yeah, work on 15 to 18.
I wanna hold him like you do in Texas, please. Hold him, let him make me crazy, baby, stay with me. Love gave me tuition, plays and always made to start. And after he's been knocked out, they the one that's on his heart. Oh, I'll give him my show what I got. Oh, I'll give him my show what I got. Can't read mine, no, we can read mine.
So this is Southgate's Beach in Geraldton. Pretty windy this morning, but that is not uncommon for this area. Steve-O and I will head down this track, hook a left, and head up into the sand there and have some fun.
I wanna hold him like you do in Texas, please. Hold him, let him make me crazy, baby, stay with me. Love gave me tuition, plays and always made to start. And after he's
that's where we've driven from, along the beach, up to this little sand dune area now. And we're going to go have some fun.
Yeah, it's pretty windy.
It's blowing its balls off. Righto, so me and Steve-O, we've parked up here on the dunes where we've pulled up to introduce our vehicles to you that you're going to be seeing us driving in the show quite a lot. We'll start off with my old girl here. It's a 1996 Land Rover Discovery, automatic 3.9 V8. Pretty much all the running gear is stock standard. Couple of accessories, the light bar up the top, conveniently turned up so the cops, when they see it, they don't think it's going to be a risk. Light bar on the front, that keeps me happy driving around the beach tracks at night. Suspension, motor, gearbox, everything's stock. Tyre size, I've left that stock. Pretty much I don't need to do anything to this vehicle to get where I want to go. These stock standard are ready to go anywhere. Touch wood, haven't been bogged, and it does everything I need it to do. Quite comfortable, aircon works, starts first time every time, keeps me happy.
Now, Sean's just gone through his Discovery. Mine's a little bit different. Mine's a Range Rover P38 4.6 HSE. Again, it's a V8, it's an automatic. They're pretty good tool off-road. Now and again I take the piss out of it because they do, they do take quite a bit of maintenance, but they're a sophisticated four-wheel drive. So, a lot of people say, oh, back in Land Rovers, they're always breaking down. Well, no, actually they're not. You've just got to maintain them. They're a sophisticated piece of equipment. So, anyway, I'll start from the front. Got the rhubar, the big bull bar. This one goes right underneath. It protects the steering as well. It was on it when I got it. I've got no idea what make it is. It's not ARB, at least I don't think it is, and it's very tough. Got a couple of 120 watt spotties on the front. These are just standard. I've got some LEDs to upgrade, but just haven't gotten around to put them on yet. So yeah, sorry about the paintwork on the bonnet, but pretty standard really for metallic in Western Australia. The UV's pretty harsh over here. Made the roof rack. Again, they're pretty, you're probably looking around 15 to 1700 bucks for a roof rack one, for a decent roof rack for one of these. And I built this for under 500. So, I've got two 22-inch LED light bars behind this, and I've got this air scoop in front because here in WA, for some strange reason, the police, we live in a bit of a nanny state, and the police have taken it upon themselves to decide that we're not allowed to have roof lights. Now, you're going out bush where there's lots of animals, you're driving at dusk or at night, you need the LEDs, and if the cops say, oh, they're quite adequate on the front, no, they're not. They're absolutely not. You'd be amazed at what a difference these make on the roof. You get a lot more spread. So, it's a safety factor. So, yeah, with this in place, the cops can't say anything. So, anyway, I've got the tyres are a Kumo Road Venturer. They're the MC51s. They're a mud terrain. They're not really, some people call them a medium terrain. They're not really. They're kind of classed as a mud terrain. They're pretty chunky. They've got excellent sidewalls. I've always used Kumos actually, and touch wood, never really had many punctures and stuff. So yeah, they've been pretty good. And they're a 265 75 R16. So I've got the suspension on this. I've got the electronic air suspension disconnected completely, and I pump it up manually. So yeah, and it, you know, really it doesn't go down. It's pretty good. It's a lot more reliable, you know, because you know we all know there's nothing worse than going down to the bump stops. It's a pain in the ass. So eventually I'll put a 2" plus coil conversion on it, and you know a lot of purists would say don't do it. Air ride's lovely, yes it is, but when you're serious off-road, it's good, but I'm a bit sort of worried about, you know, if it goes slightly in the air, about popping a bag. So yeah, so coil springs is the way to go. So we've got the rack. Don't pay any attention to the welding, it's the worst welding in the world, but anyway, it doesn't matter. A couple of work lights at the back for fishing and stuff, and just the shovel secured at the back there, at the other side, and of course the obligatory, I've got a recovery hitch on the back, because you know, never ever use a tow ball as a recovery. If you're the recovering vehicle or the vehicle being recovered, you never attach a strap to a tow ball. Anyway guys, that's about, oh, I've got a solar panel on the top, keeps my battery nice and charged. I can leave the car for, you know, any amount of time and the battery will not go flat. You know, these do tend to eat batteries if they're not used. You know, a lot of electronics that, you know, the CPUs like to wake up now and again and all that sort of shit. So the solar panel, I've got a child controller in the back that keeps my main battery nice and topped up. I will have a secondary battery later, but that will be a lithium, because you know you can't have wet batteries inside the cab of the car. So anyway, yeah, that's my Range Rover. I love it. It's I've got also got a Disco 1 V8 three-door manual, which is actually being fixed up at the moment, so hopefully you'll see that in the future. We've also got a little Toyota Tercel four-wheel drive that's going to feature in a few issues later on when it gets over the pits and, you know, all that. So we'll put a bit of a lift on it and see if we'll come up here and see if we can get it boxed somewhere. That's where you'll see big Shauno in his recovery action, because that will get boxed.
I think of when we were together, like when you said you felt so happy you could die. Told myself that you were right for me, but felt so lonely in your company. But that was love and it's an ache I still remember. Certain kind of sadness, like resignation to the end, always the end. So when we found that we could not make sense, well, you said that we could still be friends. But I'll admit that I was glad that it was over. But you didn't have to cut me off, make it like it never happened, that we were nothing, and I don't even need your love. Treat me like a stranger and I feel so Shauno!
Okay guys, that's about it for this episode of Noobs Off-Road. We hope you've enjoyed the show and fucking Steve-O's forgotten his hat. Right. Outtakes. Ready? Okay guys, that brings us to the end of the first episode of Noobs Off-Road. Hope you've enjoyed our little shenanigans on the sand dunes of Southgates and maybe picked up a little tip or two. Yeah, it's been a nice morning. It's what we like to call in Geraldton blowing its fucking balls off with the wind. You either get calm or fucking blowing. Yeah, so that's about it. Steve-O, you had a good show?
Yeah, it's been fun. I mean, we've got up to a little bit of fun and shown you a couple of tips and talked about the cars on this one. So it's something that we meant to do ages ago, but again, the wind is a big factor here, as Shauno said, and you know, Sean's got the secret mic hidden under his jumper, so hopefully we'll be able to hear what the fuck we're saying, you know, but just don't know, you know. So
see how it goes, and hopefully this video will be on YouTube shortly. All right.
See you on the next one.
Thank you.
Cheers, guys.
Before I go, another important tip: remember to pump your tyres back up to driving pressure before you hit the bitumen. Catch us next time. And remember, it's all about the fun, fuckers.
Choosing your battles, make yourself up and dust yourself up and back in the saddle. You're in the front line, everyone's watching. You know it's here, we're getting closer. This